Hey, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? I'm doing all right. I got cute for y'all today. I get to get out of the house, so I'm really excited. So I put on a little bit of lip, got this hair twisted up, so I'm feeling pretty good today. All right, so if you have been following along, you know that I have shared that I am starting a business, 1.5. Really important to me. It has some significance behind the name. 1.5 was my cumulative GPA when I graduated from high school back in the late 90s. And it's always been something that, for a long time I was really ashamed of and really embarrassed about. And even though I have gone on, to graduate, undergrad and even to earn a master's degree, that part of my life, it really was a tough time for me. And so now I feel that it is time, and the Lord has really been urging me to use everything, not just the good times, but use everything as far as the lessons that I've learned to hopefully help somebody else. Ideally, young girls age 14 to 18, that high school time period where it can be really, really tough, and you're really trying to figure yourself out, like who are you and what do you stand for. And so that is the target audience. But to be honest with you, if there's anything that I have shared over these last few days that has helped anybody, no matter if you're a female, male, no matter what your age is, I just thank God for that, right? So I shared a couple of reasons why I believe that I struggled in school. The first I spoke about was pride. Had a really big pride issue, hated asking for help, right? The second was a sense of entitlement. There was many times where I became my gift, and I felt that I was owed a lot of things, and certain things I didn't have to work for because of my gift. And third, this one, I'll be very transparent, is something that's I'm still working on, and it is discipline. I lacked discipline in the areas where I found least interesting. I'll say it like that, right? Because when I look back over my life and I think about times that I was disciplined, one area was on the track. I was very disciplined at practice. I hated to practice, but I was very disciplined. If coach said today we're going to do ladders, we're going to start with 800, we're going to work our way down to 100 meters, and then we're going to work our way back up. I might have cussed and said some stuff that maybe wasn't positive, but I did it anyway. So I knew I was disciplined there because I knew that if I put in the work at practice, that when it came time to compete, which I loved to compete, I knew that I was in a really good position to compete as best as I could, right? And so I trained really, really hard in order to try to do my best when it was time to perform. However, in the classroom, that discipline, it just wasn't there because all I wanted to do was what I wanted to do right then, right? And one of the things that I found really interesting, and I learned this later in life, I think the lessons have always been there, I just wasn't paying attention to them. But one of the community organizations that I support here in the city hosted a forum, and I had the opportunity to attend. And one of the speakers, how speakers stick around at the end of events, and he was just sharing and providing, some of his thoughts and experience and wisdom with some of the attendees. And one of the key pieces of advice that he says that he shares with young people, especially when they ask, well, how do you achieve success? And how do you, become this or that? And this is the thing that he says he shares with them, is that if you can delay instant gratification, that you would be successful in any area of your life. If you can delay instant gratification, you will be successful in any area of your life. And so when I thought about that, when I heard that, first of all, I thought, yeah, that's true. That's true, because when I think back when I was in high school and, you know, the urge to either like watch TV, go outside, do anything other than homework, read those books, do those papers, not wait until the last minute, throwing stuff together. I was already frustrated that I had to work twice as hard as some of my classmates, right? Because I learned a little bit differently. I learned through repetition, right? And I did not want to put in that effort. And so one of the things that was a hindrance was I didn't delay the instant gratification. So whatever I wanted to do, I just did it. If I showed up at school one day and I didn't want to sit in the class, guess what? I skipped it. And as a result, it will catch up with you. And it did. It did, because my mom thought, surely something's wrong with this girl. She went and got me tested. She assumed that something was wrong. Something had to be wrong with me. And when I got tested and it was determined that I scored like in the 90-something percentile in comprehension, oh, yeah, she wasn't happy. It's a Sunday, so I won't curse. But she wasn't happy. Okay. So I just wanted to share just 3 lessons that I learned. I'll come back a little bit later on to kind of tie this all together and ask you some questions, because I am curious about some things I want to hear from you all. But I just wanted to share that no matter how old you are, if you're between the age of 14 and 18, or if you're older than that, you know, if you have a pride issue, if you have a sense of entitlement, if you love instant gratification, if you have a 1.5 moment, it may not be your GPA, but maybe it represents a moment that was dark in your life. Know that even if you can't completely relate to me, know that you can make it. I haven't made it, I am making it, and know that you can make it as well. And so I'll come back a little bit later on to tie this all together and then get some feedback from you. All right, enjoy today. God bless.